Hi, and welcome back to Katie Can't Read. I'm Katie, I can read, and I'll be right back. Oh, that's much better. Okay, so today we're going to do something really fun. So it's Christmas week, and as we have seen on this channel, I'm a huge Christmas fanatic. And I wanted to do something Christmassy to finish off this season, even though I'll probably do another Christmas video next week, and my Christmas reading vlog fell through. So we're going to do something I thought of, well, my friend Jess thought of the other night. And yeah, so I compiled a list of 50 of my favorite characters. I'm going to rip all of them into little pieces and put them in this mug. I'm going to draw out, I would say, enough until I get bored, and I'm going to give them a book to read. That's it. That's the game. They're all YA characters. Most of them are pretty popular, and if they're not, I'll tell you what book they're from, their 4 main personality traits, and what French fry they like the most. Okay. Hi, so I filled all 50 names into this cup, and I'm going to pick the names from the cup and give them a book off my shelf for Christmas. You know, it'll be nice and fun, easy. It'll be a good time. Okay, first we have Mr. Michael Holden from Solitaire by Alice Oseman. So Solitaire is a great book. Michael Holden is like the main selling point to me of reading it. He's about to show up in Heartstopper, and I love that for him. He's probably one of my favorite Oseman-verse characters ever, and I'm not alone in thinking that. And I think for Christmas, I'm going to give Michael Holden the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series. I just think he'd enjoy it, and I think that's all that I need to say about it. They seem like his vibe. They're a fun little adventure with a groups of friends, and yeah, that's all there is to it. I love Michael Holden, and that's why I'm going to give him Percy Jackson, because I love it. Jar of fate, cup of fate, what's in the mug of fate? Katniss. Katniss, my dear, from the Hunger Games. What do we think for you? I think we're gonna do Shadow and Bone / the entire original Gersha trilogy. I just feel like Katniss would really relate to Alina, and I feel like as a character, she's like, I get it. Alina doesn't really want to be in her situation. Katniss doesn't want to be in her situation. Alina's sick of the boys. Katniss is sick of the boys. Katniss would get a kick out of it, so I'd give it to her. Merry Christmas, Katniss. Let's see who the mug tells me I want to read off. Oh. Prince Carden from the Folk of the Air trilogy. What do we think for Carden? Carden. Ooh! For Prince Carden, I gift The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by Suzanne Collins. I just think he'd like it, you know? He'd be like, ooh, that's twisted and evil and wicked, and so am I. That's all there is to it. There's not much thought into this video. Who even cares? I don't need a brain. Who does the mug want me to have now? Who do they want me to give a gift to now? Let go. Okay. Aww. They want me to give a gift to Georgia from Loveless. Georgia is one of my favorite characters. She is Miss Alice Oseman's Arrow Ace character, and I love her so much. And for that, I'm going to have to give her... So Georgia's probably already canonically read this book, but who cares? I'm going to give her The Hunger Games, and I do have a reason for this. I think Georgia would love something that's a little fun, a little spicy, something with an adventure, you know? And I think we all know how I feel about Katniss. I'm 100% sure Katniss should have been Arrow Ace. And I feel like Georgia would project deeply onto her, and they would have they would vibe, and she would love that. Katniss's story is Katniss's story. Do you know what I mean? It works for me. Hand, jar, name. Who are we doing? Frances from Radio Silence by Alice Oseman. Am I going to pick all Alice Oseman characters? Probably. So Frances is graduating high school, and she loves to draw, and she loves the podcast University, and ooh, okay, there's some books on my floor, sorry. I think she would like The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky. I'd give this to her. I feel like it would help her find a little bit more of like, it's okay to be weird. Like, she loves herself and she has friends that love her. But I feel like at the beginning of the book, she has like a little bit of a fear of being her true authentic self all the time. Hence why she hides all her sketchbooks. And I feel like Charlie would give her some insight into just who she is and how to vibe. Do you know what I mean? I feel like it would be very helpful for her. Ooh, Blue Sergeant from the Raven Cycle. Ooh, what would Blue like to read? Blue is a weird little girl. I love her so much. She's weird. She's definition of not like other girls. Oh my god, she'd love this book. For Miss Blue Sergeant, I am going to gift Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. Yeah, I haven't finished Ninth House, but she'd like all the paranormalness of it because she loves all the her life. She lives in a psychic household. She loves all the mystery. I think she'd be so into this. There you go, Miss Blue Sergeant. Ninth House for you. Who do we pick next? Oh, Charlie from Heartstopper. I love Heartstopper. I love Charlie. Okay. You know the wicked smile that means that I'm about to pull out Casey McQuiston's Red, White, and Royal Blue. I just feel like Charlie would love this book. It would bring him such happiness to read a happy queer romance. And I think it would just like warm his heart. And I feel like he would really relate to Alex because Alex and Charlie share a few traits, I think. And you know who really shares traits? Nick and Henry, who are both on my Golden Retriever men list. And so I think that Charlie would really like that part of it, and that he fell in love with the Golden Retriever man and Alex fell in love with a Golden Retriever man. And I think that would hit him, you know? And I think it would give him a little source of happiness during his rough times. Annabeth Chase. What would I give Annabeth Chase? The girl who has read everything. She probably doesn't read a lot of fiction. Let's be real. That girl has probably read maybe one fiction book in her entire life. So I think I would have to give her something fiction. Something with adventure. Oh my god, I'm a genius. Smartest person in the world. For Miss Annabeth Chase, I would give The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue. And here is why. I feel like Annabeth and Felicity would probably get along great because they're both the level-headed ones traveling around with two boys. Need I say more? She'd get a kick out of this. It's adventurous. She'd relate a little bit to the struggles of her. Who's next from the jar? Give me someone that I want to give a book to. This person. All right, we're doing our first re-gift because I pulled Jude from the Folk of the Air trilogy. And for Jude, I'm going to give The Hunger Games. She'd just like it. It's bloodthirsty, it's violent, and I think she'd like it. What's Katie thinking about? Tonight the music. Okay. Wyland Van Eck. Wyland Van Eck can't read. Next. Who's this? Who's this? We've got Biddy, Mr. Eric Biddle himself. Our check please, baby. Okay, What would Eric Biddle like to read? Eric Biddle needs something LGBTQIA plus. Something happy and cheerful as he is. This would be a good one for him. I'm going to give Eric Biddle Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. I just think he'd enjoy it. He'd like the dynamic between the characters. He'd like the romance aspect. He'd like the magic aspect. He'd like that it's a funny book. He'd like that it's joyful. Yeah, that's all. There's all there is to it. Why did Annabeth go back in the jar? It's weird. Alid! Oh, I have a really good one for Alid. Alid is also from Radio Silence by Alice Oseman. Okay, so Alid is from Radio Silence. Oh my god, he's the best. He's the best. And for him, I would give Eliza and Her Monsters. And I feel like this is my best choice of the night. It all goes downhill from here, if it hasn't been going downhill from the beginning. Alid, I feel like, would really relate to Eliza. She's a content creator. He's a content creator. Then they both want to remain anonymous. As I was reading this book, I just couldn't help but notice the similarities between it and Radio Silence, and especially between Eliza and Alid. They're both just like really struggling with the world around them and how it affects the content they create. And it's stunning. And I think Alid would really appreciate it. Oh! Kaz Brecker! What would Kaz Brecker like to read? Yeah, he would. He would like this. Kaz would like The Cruel Prince. I think him and Jude would be friends. I really do. Like, I can't even explain it. But I know that he and Jude would be friends. Or they'd hate each other. They would both. Oh no, one fell out. That's the one we're doing. It's a little paper. Oh, Prince Maxon, I see. Mare, this is for you. Prince Maxon is our love interest from the Selection series. And he's a softie. He's a romantic. He's a golden retriever man. So I'm going to give him something romantic. Something, one of my romance books. Oh yeah, I just know that Prince Maxon would like, spoiler alert, because the female love interest is a redhead. He would project, and he'd project onto Marcus. He kind of, I think, would enjoy the aspect of it that, hey, this really popular famous guy is now dating this unknown girl. And I think that would really resonate with him. Boom! I'm great at giving gifts. Doop, 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 doop. The claw. Okay, what's this? What is it? What's this? Who is it? Who is it? Oh, I have a really good one for Inej. Inej from Six of Crows duology. She's cool. She's the bomb.com. For Miss Inej, I am giving The Mermaid, the Witch, and the Sea by Maggie Tokuda Hall. This book is wonderful, and she would love the POC representation, the pirate representation. She's a little pirate, we know. She would like how violent and raw it is. She would like the magic. I think she would really get taken with this book. And for that, it's for you, Inej. For you. Finnick can't read. I also can't read, no shame. Yadriel from Cemetery Boys. Oh, Yads, what would you like to read, my boy? Yads. Oh my god. Yadriel. I would give Yadriel, Aristotle, and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe so fast. Like, oh my god. He'd love it. It's a queer book about Mexican boys. He'd be so into it. Julian Diaz. I don't think he would read. Let's get that straight. I don't think he would read. So I would probably give him a graphic novel. Julian, I'm giving you check, please. Because I think it matches your sweet personality and your big smile and heart. Merry Christmas. Love, Katie, can't read. Oh, Henry. Prince Henry of Wales. I love him so much. I was thinking about him this morning. Prince Henry. Oh my god, I have not given away a single Alice Oseman book, but I think Henry would read Heartstopper in his free time. I think he'd be scrolling on the webcomic all the time. He would love it. It would warm his heart. He would love it. It'd be his guilty pleasure though. Like, he wouldn't admit it, but he'd love it. I think he relates to Charlie a little bit, you know, and it'd be sweet. Okay, that's the crossover I didn't know I needed right now. I'm like, Chanel! Noah Cherney from Raven Cycle. He's also getting Check Please. I'm not gonna grab it. Hamish wouldn't read. Why did I put him in there? Did it! I found it. Alex Claremont Diaz. Love of my life. I know exactly what I'd give him. He's the reason I did this video. I would give Alex Claremont Diaz Cemetery Boys. He would love it. Oh my god. He would go nuts over it. He would read this so many times cover to cover. He would be obsessed with them because, like, he gets it. It would make him cry because he's Mexican American and they're Mexican American, and the idea of Alex reading this book would be beautiful. The crossover I needed. Okay, speed round. There's only like 5 left in here, and I did throw like half of them out because I didn't want to do it. Who's this? Jason Grace. Jason Grace I would make read the Raven Cycle. I think he'd like the found family of it. And I think he'd relate, you know? Ronan Lynch. Ronan Lynch would have Solitaire by Alice Oseman. It's emo and he's emo. And our last one. Who's last? Mal from the Shadow and Bone series. For Mal, I gift the great gift of the Six of Crows duology. I know they take place in the same world, but I don't care. Thank you for watching. I'm sorry this video was chaotic. That's a loose word for what this was. Madness. This was madness. It's Christmas week, so thank you so much for being with me during Christmas week. I hope everyone has a wonderful holiday, and if you don't celebrate Christmas, have a wonderful Friday. Thank you so much for coming to my live streams. If you came to my live streams, thank you for everything. I'm thankful for all of you this Christmas season, and I'll see you in the next chapter. Please make sure to like, subscribe, drop a comment. You know the drill. But thank you. I'll see you in the next chapter.